Welcome to day 15 of the 21-day Master Money Now challenge. I'm delighted that you're here. This challenge is for conscious entrepreneurs who are done playing small in their business, who are really claiming their bigger purpose of sharing their soul purpose and passion with the world and transforming consciousness on this planet. Y'all, we have got to start impacting our global economy in a significant way so that we really can transform consciousness on this planet. So if you are an entrepreneur who loves what you do in your business, who wants to make more money in your business and put your money where your heart is, I'm delighted that you're here because that is what I'm about and that is what I am supporting on this planet. So the money mindset strategy for today, number 15, is get good with your shadow side. And I love this strategy because there are a lot of people who talk about money consciousness and mindset and limiting beliefs and all that stuff, but not a lot of people who talk about utilizing, cultivating your shadow side in order to get new and different financial results. So let's dive into what that means. We're going to uncover how to use pride, greed, lust, envy, wrath, and sloth, and gluttony for good in your business. Typically the 7 deadly sins that you hear talked about in the Christian church. So the teaching is with ego, there's light and dark, right? We have a shadow side because without that, we literally would not be 3-dimensional. So we wouldn't be able to integrate ourselves into this reality. So we've got to have awareness of and work with our light and also our shadow. And the thing is, for conscious entrepreneurs, and this is going to push some buttons, for conscious entrepreneurs, New Age philosophy has sanitized our thinking, right? We have been taught that we should be all positive all the time, and it has seriously diminished our creative power. So not allowing ourselves to feel negative emotions that are perfectly valid has actually kept us from being able to manifest fully. You know, when we kind of push away our fear, anger, sadness, or frustration. If we aren't giving ourselves permission to experience all of these things, we're dampening down our manifesting capacity because all of our emotions go together. So you can't selectively turn down or tune down some emotions and not others. So what we do is if we're pushing aside what we think are negative emotions, then we're actually diminishing all of our emotions, including our passion, including our real beautiful energetic drive and our abundance, okay? So we're tamping down our own desire. And true desire doesn't come from a purely positive place, right? True desire also involves our shadow side because true desire involves all of who we are. So some of our darker motivations can actually be channeled toward a beautiful outcome. But you've got to be 100% honest with yourself about what you really want. Like that's where you got to start. So you can't make your ego want what someone else wants for you or what society wants for you or your family wants for you or what your industry thinks that you should be doing. You've really got to get in touch with what's truly motivating you. Sometimes we want a boatload of attention. Sometimes we want to prove someone else wrong. Sometimes we want to make a lot of money and have beautiful things around us. So that's just the truth of our humanity. And we can't avoid that if that's what's true for us. So let me give you an example of that. I have been an on-again, off-again entrepreneur for 20 years. And for the first 17 years, it really sucked because I wasn't taking myself seriously and I wasn't willing to get uncomfortable and try new things to really get new results in my business. So 3 years ago, that changed. I decided that if I didn't give it my all, I would never get the results that I wanted. I would never really share my purpose with the world in a profound way. And I made the decision to do whatever it took to grow a successful coaching practice. And I had a gigantic breakthrough. I went from an average of $500 in monthly sales to a $20,000 sales month, right? From that decision, from clearing up all my crap around money. And so I'm really excited and I'm sharing this with my life partner, really just wanting his acknowledgement of the huge transformation that I had had. And instead of being supportive, he told me that I was crazy and delusional, right? So I could have responded to that by saying, oh my gosh, you're so right. I am crazy and delusional. You know, how can I possibly say that I want to heal the world, transform consciousness on this planet, and make a lot of money? Of course, that's inappropriate. But instead of doing that, I decided to use the energy of proving him wrong, proving to him that I could make a lot of money and have an amazing impact in the world, really from that heart-centered, spirit-aligned way. And I proved him so wrong. And then I dumped him because seriously, we do not need that kind of energy standing in the way of our greater purpose in the world. So I use that energy of pride in the 7 deadly sins language of pride to prove him wrong. And think about that. Think about someone in your life that you want to prove wrong, or something that you would like to have that's going to motivate you, maybe a shadow side motivation to help propel your business forward. Because we are not all altruistic, right? I have never met anyone who is solely focused on standing in service to the world and not claiming anything for themselves, right? But most people just aren't willing to acknowledge, to admit their darker motivations. And really, this is about healing and self-acceptance. It's not about vilifying any part of you. You've got to acknowledge and support every part of you, because it's only when you step into the wholeness of who you are that you become unstoppable. So here's the exercise for this money mindset strategy, which is get good with your shadow side, is to allow yourself to start looking at your deeper motivations for being in business. And if you're not sure how to articulate your shadow side, go with the 7 deadly sins as a guide: pride, greed, wrath, lust, envy, sloth, and gluttony. And look at, who do you want to prove wrong? What injustices really piss you off? How much money do you really want to make, and why? What other entrepreneur are you envious of, and why? If you could create a shortcut to your success, what would that be? And if you had all the abundance that you desire, what would that allow for you? So dig into those questions. Let me know in the comments below what came up for you. I'm really curious about this for y'all, because when you give yourself permission to tap into this unused part of yourself, or more hidden part of yourself, you become unstoppable. And that is what I want for you. Many blessings. Bye for now.